can reach out and do touch spells, which were a lot worse in that day.
Yeah, you can't dodge a touch spell. Your AC as a touch attack was like 10 plus maybe 1 from your dex. Meanwhile, he's rolling like an actual attack against you.
You know that point where like you see something in animation like slowly creep an index finger towards the target and then they fucking vaporize? Yeah. That's what happened.
Slay living.
Inflict wounds? Do you mean siphon soul? You're about to not have one.
Brain hemorrhage?
Aneurysm.
Alright. Bookshop boys.
Fucking Barbo's gonna become known as like the fucking creeper who stares at fucking women and really he's just trying to steal jewelry. It's gonna be even better when we meet back up and there's like UKJ once you fucking get that look on your character completed.
Wait, what?
I think KJ was the only one who already succeeded.
That's right. So it's gonna be even stranger when the creepy man in a cloak and the three good-looking guys and the one amazing-looking woman rocks up, and then it's just like, ew, what the fuck? Why did I hang out with that guy?
Yeah, at the moment it's like 4 Saitamas and the cute girl.
No, I look normal. I look like
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Borbo straight looks like a fucking necromancer.
Yeah, 15 and above you look kind of like it, just there's some imperfections. 18 you visualize with I believe I'm ready once everybody else is ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's look at some books.
Forgot I had music going on in the background.
Okay, so last time on the Irthiski. I really should take notes on this. It's gonna take me a second. Okay, at Nai's request, you all set out to help him. I'm so fucking tired. Help her retrieve the anvil from their previous tribe's hideout in a secret room. There was a lot of bears in the hideout because, you know, bears. Give me the lessons. Was it 5 for Then you guys got back, and then you guys just basically hung around for a while. Borbo talked with Zutrul for a while. I'm trying to remember, because it's been 2 weeks, and I don't take notes because for some reason I'm an idiot.
That's why you can always rewatch everything.
Josh, I don't want to rewatch myself talking.
Come on.
We fought bears.
Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned the bears.
Bear hunch.
We retrieved the forge.
We got the bird thing so that we could change what we look like because.
Oh yeah, that's what took most of the time. Okay, yeah, that was it. You guys were standing around messing with the fucking bracelets.
Yeah.
I found the silver claw and the other strange power bracelet.
And then you decided to head over to here.
Do some
The previous
gathering.
the city. Yeah. The city previously known as Thornwatch.
I think
Because they change the name every, what was it, week? Month?
Now it's like
we were
Riverbend.
going to end up going to Stillwind because we wanted to find the Garden Row address that we found, and that's east of the Kobold Cave.
Nick wrote in chat earlier. He was very tired and clarified that it's actually in Silver Falls.
No, yet again, you misinterpreted my
Falls.
misinterpretation of my correction. Silver Falls was another area that he mentioned, but Still Fall is the place you got the map for. They told you the address.
Still Fall.
because I was too tired, and I corrected you when you were right the first time, and you're like, "Oh, is it either or?" And I was like, "No, of course. I was only talking about that."
No, of course. But what does that mean? Yes.
Yes. See, this way it's easier to separate and figure out where I am, Chester. Just look for the roundabout.
Yes.
Then Borvo went and bought himself and went and paid for a big metal club.
Spikes.
As you do.
And
Yeah,
then
for control.
I believe that a bookshop owner was about to be accosted with questions.
Yes. They went shopping.
Yes, for books.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. I should make
Knowledge.
I should make a trip to the graveyard to really complete the look.
But you just need some grave dirt on you?
Yeah, just rub it all over my hands. Rub it on the robe a little.
For some reason, I just imagined you with like a skull over your head, and then remembered, yeah, but it won't fit over the dragon form.
I need to kill another dragon. Or something.
Wait, that means one of us because they don't exist.
Or something of equal size.
Hey, that also doesn't mean there isn't any dragon skeletons around.
This is
Just
true.
use
Oh,
that
that's
as-
right. We were going to head to a library to find out
Yeah,
what happened.
that's what we're doing right now.
Me
Well,
and my good intelligence went. Where'd they go though?
Well, you guys, I told you guys to go to the library to look up any information on our ancestors and what happened, if that were possible, or anything else you deem worthy of knowledge. While I babysit the man maniac.
Yeah, you were like,
That's right.
everybody's take care of Borvo, and I was like, but I want to go to the fucking library. Like, oh.
Like, all right.
So you gave me all your money.
I was like, yeah, with my intelligence, I should be able to find something in the library. And then it was like, but I want to go. And I was also like, okay, with my
can take
intelligence,
turns.
I should be able to keep an eye on Borvo. And my huge perception, he can't get out of my sight.
We'll take turns.
We'll take turns babysitting him.
One
But yeah, I gave you
sociopath.
50 gold last time.
And then Borvo pulled money out of his bag, and you're like, wait a minute.
The galaxy.
So you're going to the bookstore?
Yes, we're going to
Yeah.
the bookstore.
Sweet. Okay. Alright. It's like I need to auto-generate his name.
Nice.
You see, you're doing the super breathe.
Oh, am I?
Yes. Thank
No, we're just letting you know because we're super into it.
Okay, cool.
you. Cease breathing.
Is that better?
Mostly.
I don't know. He's still breathing.
Okay, how's that?
Bueno.
Sure.
I don't know where to put it where it's not gonna get like breathy on it.
Outside your mouth.
It's outside my mouth, for fuck's sakes.
Run your coronavirus mask.
It works.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so did you get any directions to a bookstore?
I
We
think
did.
it was
From the cartographer.
down here somewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we asked around for it. We got directions.
Okay. I'm just mentally refreshing myself. Well, wandering around near the location that you were pointed out to / recommended, you find Tyler's Bookery. It's a smallish business with a open book hanging on the signpost. In wooden form. He doesn't have an actual book outside hanging on this signpost.
Damn, free book.
Steals the book. It's blank. Motherfucker!
Why socialism is bad.
Okay, we enter.
Okay, entering inside, it is a very small lobby-ish area. Nice wooden floor. There's a counter, and then behind the counter there's a small array of books of varying covers and sizes. A little bell chimes as you enter. Just a minute. And then a couple of minutes later, a dwarf will wander out from a side room. What can I get you today?
A dwarf.
Tyler.
Yeah, get him a dwarf.
Don't kill the fucking dog.
Dwarf.
Are you Tyler?
Oh, that was me. That was me dad's name. I just kept the business title.
Well, we have books, as you could probably assume.
Well, it is my livelihood. We got lots of them. What do you want?
Do you have anything about dragons? And possibly something that'll help us make our way around Stillfall.
Well, on the first topic, do you have kids or something? Why do you want to read about dragons?
Yes, we have many children. With
Nasty
kids.
lot.
Preferably historically accurate stories about dragons.
Okay. Well, yes, we have one of my favorites. An old bedtime story my dad used to read to me. The dragon that ate all the dwarven children.
Most excellent.
Let's see, do we have anything else? I've got one on dragon colors.
Sure, yes.
Can't believe I ever stalked this one.
What about where they went?
Where they went? They're all dead.
Well, yes, but like how? When,
Yeah.
where? All those things.
Yeah,
Were there any-
with what in what room?
Well, about 200-ish years ago, the dwarves and the humans banded together and they started hunting them down.
Right.
That's
yes.
where they went. They all got killed.
You have anything that would clear that up for us? Like where exactly or when exactly?
Oh, okay, you want some war stories.
Yes, like I said, historically accurate.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I got, this one was always kind of one of my favorites. The Battle of the Harbinger's Desert. Written by a veteran from my own hometown. And I think that's about it. I don't usually know, but nobody really cares for the war books here.
Okay, and also, how many books do you have on humans?
Well, on humans? Do you mean like they're about a human character?
More in general. Like, books on what they look like and how they do. Pictures of humans.
Oh, you want more picture books for your kids? Okay, I got it.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. This one's good. This one's about a prince. It's got a lot of pictures in it.
Pictures are good.
So I'm sure that would be great. Do you have anything?
Frogs in this.
Anything that could tell us about Stillfall?
Stillfall?
Stillfall? The place?
There isn't really much published on them.
From what I've heard, they're a quite interesting place.
Yeah, it is. You're probably gonna have to try somewhere else, Sonny. I don't have any of that. So, do you want the picture book, the war book, and the children's bedtime story book?
Just sure, we'll take them.
Okay, that'll be 25 gold.
I'll hand it over.
He will stand there and carefully count every gold piece. Alright, pleasure doing business with you. I have more business in the back. And he will go back and do his background.
They hunted them all down.
Yes, we knew that, but I'd like to know where exactly. Could
I
be.
think their race is better.
Well, when you're just a small ant, it's probably a good idea to group up and take down the biggest threat.
Makes sense, but maybe they didn't get along.
I find it hard to believe that they're all dead.
I mean, hey, if we can look like this, maybe they can too.
I have a feeling we're going to need to find a
Oh, others
better
in hiding.
library.
Perhaps.
It's the smartest you've sounded all day, Gog.
Maybe we can find a better library at Stillfall. Well, let's go find Thalis.
As you leave the bookstore, you can all hear this. You hear a very loud bell chiming in the center of town, and about this-ish area, if you had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people you can see are walking over.
I guess we know where everyone's gonna be.
Do what they do, I suppose. Let's go.
Okay, so as you follow the throng of people who seem to be dragging their feet, they don't seem to be too excited. You arrive to a man standing upon the podium. He's pushing glasses back onto his face. He has a very sharp look to him. He's a little short, about almost half the size of a human. Attention, people of the town formerly known as Thornwall.
Oh, God.
The mayor, Richard, today has to inform you that he broke a mirror this morning. And as he says that, you can see the entire town begin groaning. Henceforth, the town must change its name to ensure good luck.
The fuck?
Oh my god.
He'll be now known as Porridge Ridge. Thank you for your time.
Oh my god.
Should have just called it Poor Ridge. That would sound way cooler.
Gets off the podium and he wanders away.
I pray that this is the only town that does this.
Poor motherfuckers.
This is awful.
You think they'll do it again if they break another mirror?
I
You're
wouldn't
going to
put it
go break
past
their mirrors.
Maybe.
Oh, hey, it's Talus.
Yeah, I've been following Borvo around. I didn't even know if we were with you guys.
Are you discussing this near the other townspeople?
Yeah, we're just sort of
Yeah, I guess.
in the open area.
Yeah,
They're
it's
looking
gonna be
with
spotted
great
each other.
disdain.
Discussing breaking another mirror. Yeah.
Understandable.
I'll walk up to Talus and hand his gold back. We didn't find too much, but if you want to check it out, I'll keep an eye on the kid.
Well, if you couldn't find anything, I doubt that I will. For now, we could use what we have and head back before we cause any more trouble.
I don't know what you mean. We haven't caused any trouble.
Yet.
While we're here, are there any other basic supplies we could need?
Perhaps food?
Yes, we do have a lot of children to feed.
Food is good.
Maybe a whole cow? How much would that cost?
Let's go have a look then.
I actually have the page up for trade goods and they look.
Nice, nice.
I feel like I couldn't afford a whole cow. Maybe we could steal the whole cow. Quite easy.
Watch us.
Yeah, I vote on stealing a cow. We just have to pluck them from.
Yeah, let me just sleight of hand put it in my pocket.
We just pick up the cow and shove it in a pocket, and that's it. Job's done.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Hell yeah.
I ain't scamming you. We did spend 25 gold on books.
I mean, I don't care. You're basically one of my brethren, so.
Yeah, that's just how much books cost, right?
I don't know where the page went.
157. There is no.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's orientated in such a way. It's 10 gold for a whole cow.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
should go.
our current food preserves are quite old, if you catch my drift.
If we could get a bunch of cows, and we could keep them mostly alive, we could use them as livestock.
You're saying drink milk.
That sounds
No.
incredibly boring.
No, that's not for us to manage, that's for the kobolds to manage.
I don't think they're capable of that.
Also, we live in a cave.
Yes. I meant outside, if we manage to get that far. Never mind, let's just bring them back
Oh,
something
there is
like dried meat.
there is a small like wall around the cave entrance, right?
Yeah.
Because
There
there was
was.
a little fortress there.
The amulet will pipe up. There was a mushroom farm in the cave.
Kobolds can't live on mushrooms.
Um,
Can they?
I don't know.
What were they living on before?
Probably the mushrooms.
They were slaves before. Also, Cork, please call them children when we're in public.
Fine.
Well, what if we just get something basic for them to work with? They'll be happy. If they're happy, they do more for us.
Chickens are quite easy.
That they are. How about we get some of those then?
A chicken is 2 copper pieces, apparently.
Jesus
My God.
Christ. Let's
We
get
need
like 20.
20.
We're going to take the entire chicken economy.
I can't. How are they only 2 copper pieces?
I don't know.
Wait,
A chicken costs the same price as 1 pound of flour.
would you like 1 cow or 250 chickens?
There's so many chickens.
Oh shit, I don't know.
I feel like most people wouldn't sell you their chickens though, because I don't really think that in medieval times people would produce that.
Yeah, not many
chickens
people would
themselves.
breed chickens
Yeah.
first, I guess. We could probably
I
buy,
know people
buy a
ate
couple of
chicken.
people.
But like, yeah, you might be able to buy like
Yeah.
2 or 3 off people.
Back in the day, they used chickens more for eggs. Like, you
Yeah,
don't
'cause
just
eggs-
straight up eat a chicken.
No, just unhinged jaw, insert chicken.
Yeah, I mean in dragon form you can do that.
But yeah, how many chickens can we get? Because that'll be a good source of food.
And they're easy to take back.
It's a pretty good sized town, so roll me 3d12, and that'll be how many chickens you can find for sale.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to roll it?
You do it, Jesse. You have the best rolls.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Watch this then. Ahaha. Oh, actually, that was pretty right. Except for the 1.
Right?
It's literally almost average, then you rolled a 1.
Nope,
15
that was
chickens.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. I was like, that's pretty high, and then I realized it was D12s.
And
Oh,
you're also-
right, yeah.
Yeah, you find 15 people willing, not 15 people, people willing to sell you a grand total of 15 chickens.
Nice.
How are you carrying your chickens?
In
Put
cage.
them in like a cage, yeah.
We're just gonna.
We're gonna have 15 cages.
Dude, you can fit like 6 chickens in a.
Oh,
in a-
yeah, we don't care about them being complete.
I don't know.
Like
I
a
feel like it's
dog
gonna
pepper.
affect how much people want to sell you their chickens. I think that's the one. The guy sees your chicken cage and he's just like, you can take 1.
That's like 200. Like, nah, just 1.
We also have to feed the chickens, so we need some grain as well.
Well, that should be easier to require. And
That is significantly
one
easier
more
to
thing.
acquire.
I go to Talus and I whisper, "Before we leave, let's steal the rest of the chickens."
Do you have an idea of how to get them out?
So you would.
We have nothing to carry them, and shepherding chickens is not exactly an easy job.
Well, seeing as we can change forms, how about we just fucking run away with them and come back as someone else?
Sure, I could just come back as a hunchback.
Precisely.
Also, I have no more shifting capabilities today.
I've got one, so I could turn into something else and have this humid guard form trustworthy.
You could be the chicken inspector, then take them away.
Yes!
I'm here to inspect your chickens.
It might be bad luck.
Yep, they're still chickens.
LAPD, I need to confiscate these chickens.
I've never been around chickens, so forgive me, but the chicken squawks at you.
Yeah.
It's understandable. Look, if you want to take more, we know where they are. Are these chickens like in big pens, or are they just in like caged up in a small
I
area?
assume they're in people's backyards.
Yeah, they're in people's backyards, like they were in a lot of, olden times. They were there in pigs.
Yeah. If you really want to, we can just
imagine-
come back and steal them in the middle of the night.
We're here now.
In the open, in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
No.
Shakes chicken more.
15 will do for now. If we need more, we'll come back. and acquire more. Besides, we have nothing to really carry more. I don't know how we're carrying the ones we have as is.
I don't know.
I assume.
Did we buy some cages?
Yeah, I assume we all have like some hand cages. Like we carry like one each with like 3 or 4 chickens in it.
Yeah, no, we've just crammed them into some cat carriers we found.
Yeah, pretty
good.
much.
KJ had cat carriers, thank God.
Alright,
That's a good character creation take.
how much money for 15 chickens, the cages for them, and some green?
It's like 3 silver for those chickens.
Yeah, the cages, I guess that's not really that hard to find because people probably want to transport chickens at some point. So the cages are like 5 silver each for the size that you've decided to describe of 3 to 4 chickens per cage. It's not the nicest thing ever, but it holds chickens. And then the feed is very, very cheap. Let me just go look at what the price of grain is. It's like 1 copper piece per pound, so
Nice.
literally just get as much as you want.
How much are you willing to carry, Bolvo?
I will carry all the chickens as long as I can shake this one.
Agreeable.
The bastard.
We come back with 14 chickens as he shakes one to death. Bolvo treats it like a fucking squeaky toy.
Just fucking keep shaking
Hanging
it
can
into.
sleep for very long.
It's like very uncomfortable. It's like I keep turning the cage like a fucking Rubik's Cube.
The chicken regrets existence.
That's about all we need. Let's return to base and I don't know. We're gonna make our way to Stillfall or
Aren't these for the children? Like, feed them.
Yes. For now, we should head back. Discuss what we've found out. And we can go from there.
Palo good point. Did we get a rooster?
I guess we should buy a rooster.
you don't know.
Are you getting a tutorial on like chicken husbandry from anybody, or are you just buying whatever chicken they put in
No,
there?
how hard can it be?
Look.
Look,
I'll get a
look.
book on chicken, on husbandry for animals and chicken specifically, and then I'll give it to the fucking kobold leader and be like, learn.
Okay, we should not buy a rooster. I have owned chickens. That rooster will kill our kobolds.
Very normal kobolds. They aren't like
Okay, maybe we should take care of the
Well, what if I
chickens
leave the
then.
chickens and care of them?
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
very cool. Will be nice.
We come back.
Chickens.
We come back and there's no kobolds left. It's just chickens.
Have an army of chickens. I'm down with
Has
this.
slain them all.
He's wearing a kobold skull for armor.
It's one powerful rooster. He's level fucking 15.
Dude, I'd hire him.
Ew.
Indeed.
Oh, Christ. Continuing on, I guess.
Chicken.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
Returning.
Heading back.
Gonna head back home, set up the chimkins, read the boys a story,
Yeah, I want to read this.
the children's tale.
No, not the children's tale.
No, I want to read the children's tale of Volvo. I think that'd be funny.
The Battle of the Harbinger's Desert. Does it have anything to do with dragons?
I mean, just from a quick skim through, it does. It's written from the point of view of a dwarf, and it does mention dragons quite a few times
Hmm.
from like light skimming.
And does it seem Fictional?
Well, I mean, he told you it was the story written by like his grandfather.
Oh, okay. So
I've seen
it's
it.
fictional.
So it might be biased, but it's probably not like, entirely fictional.
One-sided. The villainous lizard ran up to it.
Yeah, it does say that a lot.
Yeah, it's biased. I assume it's biased, but I just want to know, like, did this battle happen? Were there actually dragons there?
We'll find out.
Okay, so let's send everybody back to home.
Alright, good adventure, lads.
Alright, you come back for next session.
Next session, cows.
Moo.
You arrive back at the cave and nothing has been moved because I didn't bother to move anything.
That's right.
We deliver the chickens.
Bring it to them.
Who are you giving the chickens to?
I trust two of you, Ori, and the leader of that whose name I also now forget. Nye, that's the one. I have it written down.
His name's still not displaying.
How about Wari?
Nine.
Yeah, Wario seems more friendly.
Wario.
Yeah, there's that whole outside area with the fence and everything, so chickens could live out there.
And the troll.
Troll no eat chicken.
I'm just going out and double checking that map before I bring you out there. Because it did something to it earlier. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so you're gonna try to put Wary in charge of it?
Yeah? Question mark?
Or if they have someone who would be good at handling farm animals? Question mark.
Chicken?
Yes.
Good for food.
Okay.
Just give them some of this grain once a day and pick up their eggs.
Sounds kind of like kobold, except for we don't eat grain.
What?
What?
Telling me you eat kobold eggs.
No. You didn't tell me to eat eggs. You said pick up eggs.
Well, for the purpose of eating.
Chicken eggs are tasty.
Oh. Okay.
Don't eat the chickens.
They're back.
Do they taste bad?
The more chickens we have, the more eggs will be produced. The eggs are a somewhat unlimited source, as long as the chickens are there.
Infinite resource.
You are so thoughtful. Good food.
Just be sure to keep them in. Do not want
Now
them
I must
escaping.
go read books that have humans in them. Goodbye.
It's gonna go read this like a Vogue magazine.
People.
The Chicks in Chainmail edition. What?
Nice.
You got a children's story about a couple of humans and 14 dwarves setting out to build a successful mining business.
Oh,
How do dragons come into play in that?
No, that was the book when you asked for just a human book and you gave you a children's book. 'Cause it was the new thing.
I see.
hmm.
Wasn't there a children's book regarding the dragons eating dwarves? Or did I
Oh yeah,
just
that was
hear
the
or
first thing.
completely
That was
imagine
the
that?
first thing he gave you.
Oh yeah, no, I want to read that.
Okay, yeah. That one is clearly designed to inspire fear of dragons in dwarven children.
It compliments us so much. I love it.
Talks about how, like, when they're sleeping, you know, the dragons will creep in and they'll steal your money out from underneath your pillow.
Just in time for Talus to return.
Oh no, what's happened?
I'm just describing the children's book.
Oh.
And how dragons are universally responsible for all the evils of the world.
Oh. And I forgot something, so fucking be right back again. Fuck.
Nye,
Yes.
you seem the most informed here. Do you have any idea which way Stillfall is?
Oh, that place. Why do you want to go there?
Well, we came out of this snow globe thing, and it's from there. Could be very informative if we investigated it.
Well, you need a sponsor to get in. I used to live there a long time ago.
Could you be a sponsor?
No, I got kicked out and banned.
Well, what are the qualities of a sponsor then?
Generally, they're rich, they're affluent, they're usually smart. Mostly the smart part, but, you know.
Well, we've heard of one rich, smart person. We've yet to meet them. The name of that... The owner of that mansion we went to.
Yeah, well, it's always possible, but it is difficult. It took me a long time to get in.
Well, could we not fly in secretly?
I do not recommend.
Why so?
Even when I lived there hundreds of years ago, attacking that place was not recommended for anybody. They have big crossbows that swing and swivel. They don't need any operator.
So no flying in.
Yeah, no, not a good idea. It really is too bad most of the people I know are dead.
Well, the only person I can think of is Madame Ashton. She seemed rich.
Yeah, well, lots of rich people live there, so it's possible.
I find everyone else and tell them about this.
Wow. Incredible.
It seems if we want to investigate Stillfall, we'll need a way in. And that being somebody rich and powerful. And the only one we've heard of is the owner of the mansion we first came in contact with.
The one who gave me this card. I've still got the card. Yeah. I pull out that card.
It still looks the same.
He said something about it glowing or something when they were going to contact us, right?
That is what what did you Seymour?
Seymour.
Since you just decided to name him of your own volition.
No, my name's Perry. No, it's Seymour.
Yeah. If this thing is magical.
Are you going to use detect magic on it?
Heck yeah.
It is magical.
It's definitely magic.
Let me go look it up so I can go to school.
Divination.
It shines with the aura of evocation.
Ooh.
Oof.
So yeah. Got Borvo fucking scintillating with red colors over his skin. He's like looking at this.
Takes a step back.
Isn't evocation like damaging elemental stuff?
Yes.
That doesn't really make sense.
This thing's
Yaru
actually a nuke.
Yaru will pop out. Actually, evocation is also the school of lots of transportation type magic.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to. Do you think I'd lie to you?
How dare you question her?
I think you're misinformed.
Oh.
Don't question the god ghost Cork.
She's not a god. I mean, she is, but we don't know that.
Just for that.
Oh no.
It's been sucked into the wall.
I don't know, maybe we should pay her a visit.
I will speak to the card. And hello? Hello? Does this work?
I don't think that's how it works, Wolvo.
I go to press the side of my head to it like a telephone.
What are you doing?
Listening.
As you
Oh.
do that, you do hear the sound of like, remember your ear to a seashell?
But if the seashell had dial-up noises?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely working.
Soft noise.
Maybe Nye can take a look at it.
Might as well. Nye, could you have a look at this?
No, I will pick it up. Looks like junk.
Amazing.
Oh, it has some sort of magical aura. You're the magical crafter here.
Give me a second.
Identify.
Pulls that hammer.
Down on the
Smacks it.
table. Tastes it a little bit. You got a magical piece of stone right here.
Yes, we know that.
Oh, what do you want out of me?
Okay, never mind. Just hand it.
Gotta go figure out what this other bracelet does.
The chickens are loose! The chickens
Ah!
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Taken the chickens to Isengard, to Isengard.
Anyway, while I'm here, Yaru, where did you put that gold?
It's upstairs. I didn't really move it very much.
Thumbs up. I hiker and put the gold in my bag.
To the top of the stairs.
The very, very heavy gold bars.
Get a bag of gold then.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
Nice, no one thing.
Wow.
Hey, nice.
What are you trying to do with the bracelet?
I don't know. That's what he's trying to figure out. He's the one he found with the silver claw. He's just fucking fiddling with it, seeing if there's anything he can focus on.
I think I did tell you what it did last session, right?
I believe so.
No, I did mention what it did. No, I mentioned that it had to do with plane shifting and that most people found it very uncomfortable.
Right, because if I get hit, it would plane shift me. Wait, he'll waste his time doing that.
Anyway, I can pull out the map of Stillfall if we want to have a look at it in more detail over the course of time.
Oh, I have a really great idea for this. Let me go find the map that I actually got for it. I can just make it black and white.
Map.
I'd also like to take a look at our globe and work out where Stillfall actually is comparative to us.
A globe.
I think
Yeah, we
you
had a
mean-
globe upstairs.
There's no such thing. The world's not around, you dummy.
Yeah, you think the world's round?
I think the moon
It's
exists.
a flat Earth planet.
Oh, you're one of those guys that thinks the moon exists, so...
The
No, we're
moon
on
is projected by the FBI.
We're on Hollow Earth.
It's realistically just God's eye staring at us every night, making sure we're not doing weird shit.
It's like,
Yeah, but no, I'd like to work out how far it actually is away from us.
using a map of a city and a globe.
Do we have any other, like, world maps or anything?
You haven't gotten a world map, not to my knowledge.
That would have been smart.
Yeah, it would have. I was surprised you didn't try to buy it. Why did you just buy a map of a city?
What should we have bought? A map of the
You
world?
didn't even buy a compass.
World map.
Didn't think about it at the time.
Well, Nye said she used to live there.
Look.
How far would you estimate it is away? For, us flying. Look.
Oh wait, dragon speed. Let me go reference an actual map that I have. Nobody gets to see.
Yay!
You're there. You're there. A week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
It's quite far.
Still could be worth investigating.
Well, it was designed to be far away from everybody.
Gotta be far away from that stinky poor folk.
It's not like we can get in anytime soon.
Oh, that's true.
Well, our current lead is, try to go speak to Madam Asherton, unless anyone else has any ideas on what to do.
No idea. That'll do it.
Bailey, Cork.
Map good.
Map good.
Map of good.
Your brain's just not ticking over.
Sorry, I'm still reading this picture book. It's very interesting.
Open. I'm trying to make this map into black and white so you guys can see it. I didn't think of this until just now, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Bullet.
Bullet.
Woot woot.
Bull, 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 bull.
Why don't you ask Payla what she thinks? She says like fucking nothing.
Payla!
Nothing.
Yep, she said exactly what you said she'd said. Nothing.
I did ask her. I said Palo Cork.
Palocor.
Aw, it's an OTP.
Yeah, yeah,
Pork.
Payla Cork.
Palo Cork, the ineffable Talus, arises.
No.
Rising Revengeance.
I swear I'm awake.
Well, it's my job to be tired.
Is
Why are
everyone
you
just
tired?
tired today?
I'm wide awake. I'm my
Well,
guys.
I made a mistake though, so I'll take claim to having
You
been.
stayed up. You stayed up all night, didn't you?
Oh
Playing
yeah,
Final
absolutely.
Fantasy.
I went to bed at 5 and I watched the sun fucking come up at 6. So, what was the question that was asked, and I will give an answer, whether it's a good one.
Regarding decisions on anything you think we should follow up, map or the mansion MacGuffin lady. Or anything else. Alright.
I think we should find out what that thing was that we were in and how we got there.
To do that, we'll need a sponsor to enter the city. Our only lead on a sponsor is the rich lady that owns the mansion.
Can we find out what she looks like and turn into her with one of these?
That is a great idea.
It could be deceitful, or we could do it properly.
Well, how
Nine.
else do we get in contact with her?
What kind of... Did they require any kind of identification for this kind of sponsorship? Or how did they identify you as a sponsored individual?
Oh, lot of paperwork. Like, I'd carry a backpack full of it.
Do you remember what most of it looks like?
I burned most of it in anger.
Doesn't seem like something we could just fake with a simple illusion.
I recreate the whole thing in crayon.
Yes, perfect.
If you were trying to
Get
infiltrate the
pictures.
toddler nation, it would work really well.
It would.
You know, guys.
You have a little box on the back that says approved or not approved, and you have a check next to approved.
Mhm.
But it's halfway between approved and not approved, and there's a little arrow pointing it into the approved box.
Just like me doing homework in high school.
Can we show up at the location as a respectable looking person and ask to enter, and when they tell us no, what if we ask them what we need to enter, and then we'll get our answer specifically?
They'd probably tell you the same thing I said.
Nai has a lot of experience there.
Yeah, seems.
You said you worked there for 100 years or something, right?
I lived there a long time ago.
Okay, did gloss over that part, never mind.
Yeah.
I could forge documents. Might
Okay,
get us a
well,
little way.
first, we need to get you something that's not crayons.
Well, you see, I've only got like coal and stuff to work with in here.
I've only got crayons.
Honestly, I think it might work better in our favor if we do try to actually get this sponsor legitimately.
It will
I
lead to
agree.
less trouble later,
How
if
does
it means
work
more
then?
effort now.
Well, first, we gotta meet her first.
I feel like maybe just asking would be a good first step. Then we can move on to things like demand.
Where's that book that my brother had? Also, where's brother?
I
Oh,
put
I
brother
hate
in
you
the wall as
earlier.
a joke.
Oh god! Oh god! Ah!
Oh,
He's
I
fucking
take
dead.
the book. I take the book from Nimbus because he had the book that Seymour gave us.
What does Nemesis human form look like?
Pancakes.
No, wait, I got this.
Nimbus's human form. Nimbus's form looks like a corpse.
Looks like Talus, but flipped vertically.
Got it. Ta-da! It Nimbus.
Alright, I'm gonna look through the book that Nimbus was keeping on her. About anything mentioning the mistress that fucking was gonna talk to us. Or
the rule book.
Yeah, the rule book.
Oh, yeah.
That thing that Rosie had and we forgot about it. Because Rosie had it and then Rosie left.
Useful.
Okay, well, in Seymour's rulebook, what are you looking for?
Anything relating to us, the dragons.
Oh, it doesn't mention dragons in any section.
Just visitors, I think it was.
Yeah, it was more like
Unexpected.
do this
guests
when
or
there's a
something.
guest.
It says when you have an unexpected visitor to give them the green card and to show them every hospitality that you can. But try not to let them ruin the museum.
Incredible. And it details nothing about the person that the card we were given is from.
Madam Asherton.
Yes.
I mean, it's a guidebook for an idiot to greet people.
Wow.
Why would it have details about...
I don't know. I thought it was more specifically for if we were the case scenario to happen. Not just a, yes, if you get visitors. Yeah. I thought it was more...
booking instructions.
Ah, excellent. So, it's not some book that's like, hey, if you get unexpected visitors, it's more like, if you get visitors to this museum, please God, don't scare them off.
You can tell from flipping through it that they clearly thought that they were an idiot, because like there's very explicitly written out things and a lot of it's handwritten.
Like you were a fucking idiot.
God damn it.
Nye.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Tempora Senior?
Sorry.
I read the map store and said it sounded like a name. I just thought it was part of the address.
Oh, 1 sec. I have to go find the address again. Okay, here it is. I think that I knew a Temporis back when I lived there, although he wasn't a senior. I went to dinner parties with him a couple of times, I think. He was nice.
Another concern. You used to work at this place and craft magical items, right? This way you did it. Do you think they'd have a way of seeing through this? Points to illusion of self.
Well, it probably wouldn't really matter because without the paperwork, you aren't getting in.
Yes, but I don't want to get in and then have everyone realize we're dragons.
Well, you see, that's the thing. They don't really actually care. I lived there during the time of the war between the dragons and the, humans and the dwarves. They let me in because I was talented. As long as you're sponsored, they don't care who you are. You'll probably get a lot of weird looks, though, if they, see through it. It's a different place.
We have a destination.
Well, I guess we'll head back into town tomorrow and try to speak with the madam.
Yeah, might as well. Worth a shot. Someone with more charisma, please do that. I'm not the best with that. You want me to steal or make a plan? I could do that. I'm not very good at the The talking people to influence them.
Looks around at all of us like, I don't know if any of us are.
I'm more stabby, steely.
I was AFK for the last minute, but I am, yes.
You just see a buffering logo above Cork and then it vanishes.
Whatever you said, I fit the description.
Oh.
Charisma.
Cool.
Oh, actually, yes.
What a
Didn't
coincidence.
do it instinctively.
Like, not amazing, but not bad.
Yeah, okay.
Avada Kedavra!
You can find the madam, and you're gonna talk to her.
Yes.
Oh no.
The utmost of confidence.
Okay, just making sure you do know why we're talking to the Madam Cork.
Asking permission to enter Stillbend.
Still bend.
Stillbend.
Us having
Still
a
something.
stroke. Can we still go there, please?
The place.
Well, it's called Stillfall,
We want to go there. Where's there? Yes.
and we would like
It's
her as our sponsor.
Sponsorship to go to Stillforge.
Stillfall.
Children
Okay.
needs.
Look, I don't know if you're the best candidate.
First I will ask, and then I will demand.
No demanding. We need her.
Only if the asking fails.
Yeah, that seems agreeable.
I mean, we should probably all go and make sure that that doesn't go downhill.
Still wall.
Fall.
Oh,
Damn it.
I am not a
Madam.
clever dragon.
Okay, repeat after me. Madam Asherton. Stillfall.
He's not repeating. Yes.
Cork, please, you're not making this easy.
I've wrote it down on my notepad.
It's Stillfall.
God damn it. I got the second part right.
It's like fall still.
Wait, no.
Silverfall does exist, but it's something else.
Still fell. Then somehow.
Alright, is this something she would freely agree to, or do we have to do something, some kind of favor, give her something?
I highly doubt she just put her name to our name without even knowing
Right,
us.
so what would she want?
Assassination.
Yeah, I could do that.
Well,
Make this
Nye,
sound like-
you
Eliminate this other noble for me, and I'll give you all the sponsorship.
Done.
you had to prove yourself to a sponsor once. What did you need to do?
Well, let's see. Okay, yeah, now I remember. It was a dwarf, and he was having some kind of an issue cutting down trees, so I made him this saw with a spinning blade.
Oh shit.
Huh.
Powered by a bit of wind that I stuffed in there.
I have several questions.
Well,
Yes.
if she needs us
How?
to craft something for her, we can just get you to do it.
Well, I made a rune stone that sucks in wind, and then I put it next to the blade.
I mean, that sort of was magic.
It is magic.
There you go.
I just didn't expect an entire. I shoved wind in there.
I was trying to make it easy.
Well, shall we rest and mourn the passing of Nymphus, who seems to have died in a wall? She tried phasing.
Molded
and we
into
got
the ground.
so far.
Was it an int check?
Try
Yes, there's a
transform,
DC 18 int check to get your perfect
Oh.
face.
Oh god.
Nice.
Okay. You've achieved perfection.
Damn it.
You've achieved averageness.
Achieved averageness.
DC 15 is you get kind of close.
Yeah.
Everything below that, you look like Saitama.
I want the 18 though.
No, it's getting worse.
Increase maximum potential.
Ah, yeah. On my third try, I get it right. Goodbye, rune of shifting. All your uses are done.
There's Mexi.
Now I'm the perfect example of people, but now I can't fucking transform for another day.
I'm gorgeous.
Great.
Yeah.
Now that you're a human, how are you going to fly there?
I'm going to get on your back.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Job's done. What?
Have fun walking to stale fail.
I want to hit you.
Get right on my back, just don't mess up my name.
I'd like to carbon date 99.
Oh god.
Okay, how are you
valid.
gonna take a sample?
With
Oh,
my teeth.
oh god.
I will disengage and begin to leave.
Let me see your value.
Oh my god.
Mm. Look at the size of nice horns. Mm.
Oh god. Run.
Hey, honestly, if we are the last of our species, we're fucking doomed.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Most of us.
definitely
I mean-
doomed. Nuclear bomb goes off around Barvo every second.
I mean,
No.
ripped Palo,
No.
just first of all.
Oh no.
What do you mean, Rip Palo? What do you mean, Rip Palo?
Wait, because
Well-
she's the only girl?
There's only one woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, stay still. We gotta run a train. We gotta make damn sure.
Oh my fucking god.
You have to make several litters of different kinds.
Several.
Look, at least this way we've bred out the white dragon.
The, pop-
Oh.
the population's,
bastards.
population's only 5. Gotta pump those numbers up.
Oh gosh.
There's a
It's
rookie.
gonna be pretty incestual for a few generations.
What do you mean a few? It's gonna be all fucking time.
We're gonna have dragons with like 5 legs.
I feel like you guys
Three
are at
heads.
least a couple of years away from being able to produce offspring.
Yeah.
You were born like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, are we going to that mansion?
Yeah, what's it called?
We sleep.
Come on, call
Seymour.
Seymour Mansion.
I'd like to see
Seymour
more
Heights.
mansions.
God damn.
Well, I mean, it's pretty dark out right now. Are you just gonna fly out there right now?
Oh, do we? Oh, wait. Are we
We sleep.
doing a long rest? And then we go?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
We've got dark vision, but we might as well wait until the day when they're probably awake.
Yeah, we don't want to wake them up and be like, give!
Gif.
You're sleeping peacefully in your bed. You're nice or rich and noble. Then you hear some knocking at the window. There's a dragons outside.
Give sponsorship. Pris.
Pris.
Okay,
It's like getting up in the middle of the night and seeing like 5 thugs outside your window. And you're just like, why?
and they're like, can we put your number on our resume?
I
Can I be
know.
my one referee, please?
I need a
Please.
Please.
Okay, come the morn, we shall fly to the manor.
Whee!
Fly like an eagle.
Are we all going?
Yeah.
Pretty close at everyone recognizes
Do some of us want to go to town and pick up that world
Wing.
map that we so clearly
I
forgot?
mean, we could do that afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a different town as well, right?
I still need to go back there eventually for my
The
fucking
mansion is
club.
not in a town. It is on
Yeah.
a hill.
Yeah.
Let's go to the mansion.
Bovo's big club was going to take like 2 days to make, right?
So we can get it on the way back?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go!
Alright,
Alright.
how long does it take to fly to manor?
It took you about, like, I think it was like 3 hours to get down here.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking no.
And you're in luck, because I made an entire mansion map.
We can raid it now.
Amazing.
I'm just double checking the lighting before I actually drop you there.
We kill everyone and replace all of the nobles.
Okay. Alright,
Our
this will
fortune.
probably take a while to load, I warn you.
Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck. My Australian
Hell
can't
yeah.
handle.
The low res.
Look at that. Straight to the bone.
God, all these golems.
Look at that fucking
I found a
armor.
map that had, I found a map that had every single floor of a mansion.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, I'll make good use of this.
that's pretty good.
That's why it's so tall.
4 pretty boys and a ring wraith knock at your door.
There's still dragons currently.
We get close, we get home.
As you're flying, there is a new addition of an actual humanoid-looking guard that isn't one of the golems outside, and there are a couple wagons out front without any
That
horses.
wagon that drives.
I did it!
Ew!
I'm the pretty boy now.
Yeah, since you got a natural 20, you have a little bit of nice sparkle whenever you want it.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Ah.
Almost.
It's a bonus to your charisma right there.
Yeah.
Or it makes people realize that something's fucking wrong with you.
Yeah,
They're
you
too
get a
perfect.
persuasion when people want to fuck you.
nice. I shall use this inappropriately.
I will not use this for good deeds.
I think my Saitama might actually have hair this time.
Oh yeah, you got a 17.
It's pretty close.
Is Yara just like floating next to us?
Oh, yeah.
Or is she actually in something?
Necklace time?
Yeah,
I mean, if you ask her to, she'll get in the necklace.
Get in the necklace, Shinji.
that's why I keep the silver locket, bro. I am the air quote party necromancer lookalike.
You're the Yara carrier.
Designated Yaru holder.
I mean, what better appropriate way than a nice silver locket?
Who's this Yeet themselves?
I was just putting
Yaru.
Yaru into the mist. Yaru isn't there right
These golem boys not letting us in.
and they look at you. The guard at the end of the path that I hope is actually revealed, and I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see one.
Okay.
Guy wearing
Walks
obsidian
up.
glass armor.
Halt! What is your business here?
Hello there, friend. We seek audience with Madame Asherton.
On what grounds?
We have a business deal to strike over a sponsorship.
Can't believe one of you lowlifes managed to find her all the way out here.
Well, we did get a card.
A card?
I'll just flash the card from the museum.
We are not the lowlives you may think we are.
He will get closer and look at it.
I like extend my arm to let him see it a bit closer.
He flicks it a bit with his finger. Seems genuine. Don't know why you have one of those, but regardless, he'll walk back over. Seymour! Perry, we have guests. Go inform the madame.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Poor motherfucker.
I would like to think they actually found out, and they all call him Seymour. To fuck with it.
They kept calling me
I'm gonna
Seymour.
go now because I slipped up. He will open the door for you to go in, and you will see Seymour wandering off.
Perfect.
He looks like a cool dude.
Came back
Please
with
leave
a
any
report.
weapons you have at the door.
No.
Very well. Do you have
It
a
is
table or something to put them on?
He points to a little, like a large umbrella stand, or just, I'll take them into the other room.
Put your weapons in the umbrellas.
Well, fortunately, I do not carry weapons. Nothing for you to worry about.
I think anyone has a weapon.
Nope.
Nope.
Aha.
Okay. He's a
Wink.
formal door guard for a rich person.
Okay, let me just lock my hands off and leave them on the table for you.
You want me to leave these guns at the door?
Please, spare me.
Hang on, I'll have to leave my sharp wit at the door.
I'm banned in some cities because this gorgeous smile is a weapon.
I'm leaving.
But you see the guard raising a halberd to his throat. Going to jab
Or
him.
does look like he's considering suicide as a weapon. And then... Ah, yes. So you have a card.
I show him the card.
Hello, Seymour.
Oh, you're so forward.
Well, we have.
How did you know I was Seymour?
We heard the guard call your name.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
I can't believe that name caught on after I told them the story. You wouldn't even believe it.
Story.
Please, indulge us.
Oh, I'm so curious.
I was on night watch, and it was a rather boring night. I was, as usual, doing my rounds of patrolling different bandits trying to break in. When, you wouldn't even believe it, dragons appeared in the room, and they threatened me and made them cook for them.
What?
Then I had to clean that mess.
Sounds like a bad nightmare.
It was a blur of pain, misery.
Sounds like a fever dream. Dragons don't exist anymore.
Yes, dragons are extinct,
You are most certainly right.
aren't we?
Anyways, the madame will see you now. She is in the next room past the dining room.
Definitely some kind of alibi.
Yes, unaware of where the doors are.
My apologies, it is rather poorly lit in here.
Surely get some torches or something.
Thank you, Seymour.
Well, most of the staff are elves, so
Ah.
I always scream about candles and what have you.
Just the ring wraith following us.
Don't worry about it. He's special.
Keeps like one arm tucked under his robes the whole time.
As you enter into the room, a well-dressed elven woman with long, brownish blonde hair is sitting by the fire, drinking from a cup of tea.
Madam Ashton, thank you for seeing us.
Thank you indeed.
And to whom do I owe the pleasure?
4 musketeers.
Five.
And 1 ring wraith.
The musketeers.
Yes, we call ourselves the Pretty Boys and the Ring Wraith.
We're actually called One Direction.
Alright, cool. It's nice knowing you guys. I'm out of here.
True. We do sort of look like a K-pop band.
You guys actually do.
This is our fucking roadie, right?
Yes, he carries the microphones.
It's true. I've already carried so much, and I've recruited the fucking big burly guy at the front gate for fucking security.
Jesus Christ.
Wait a second, real quick. I just need to redeem something in Josh's Twitch channel.
Motherfucker.
Beauty.
The Scalies. I mean, what?
Alright.
You're scaly.
Go, go, go!
I like push Cork forward.
Oh, right.
All of you mute?
I'm Talus. And this, would like to introduce yourself?
I am Cork.
Pleasure to meet you. But feel free to have a seat in the room. I will adjust my chair accordingly.
Yes.
Fuck.
You can hold Alt to put yourself into a seat more.
He pulls out a keyboard and holds Alt, and you see her shift through the furniture to get into position.
Yeah, she flips around so her legs are going directly through the chair.
Jesus.
She's like an owl.
Across from me, this is Aris. The beautiful lady there is Palo. Our hooded friend here is...
Boro, Lord of Antiquity.
Yes, he's a collector of sorts. But anyway,
And my full title is Madame Asherton, ex-High Elven Lord, at your service.
Pleasure.
excellent.
And I have a phone call. Be right back. Fuck.
What the fuck? Okay.
How did he get a cell phone?
Oh no. We would like to discuss perhaps a sponsorship with you. You see, we need to enter Stillfall, and you have reason to believe you might be able to provide access?
You certainly are a strange bunch, showing up at my door. Never met you before, and you have one of my cards. And you want a sponsorship?
Curious things.
Oh, the card was provided to us when we visited your museum.
Yes.
Oh, but Seymour over there told me that there was a bunch of dragons.
Oh, this
Yes,
was,
he
this was a
told us
while
about
ago.
Yes, we heard about that story. I firmly believe that to be a theater. As you know, there are no dragons.
Well, I mean, Seymour is the excitable type, but I did see the footprints before he cleaned them up. Didn't really look like a fever dream.
It is mighty interesting. Nevertheless, that is not why we're here.
I mean, I'd like to know where you got the card from.
Well,
Of course, it's when we popped into the museum and library, of course.
It was quite some time ago.
Quite unexpected as well.
This is my vacation home. It doesn't have very many visitors. There's only one card missing.
I'm back, sorry. Alright,
I do
what I
apologize, but you must be mistaken then. Because we did acquire this through other means.
But like what?
Sounds like a support.
Just a while ago, we were given it.
By Seymour.
I assure you.
Maybe it's possible your manservant is
I assure
not keeping proper books.
that the dragons of Seaborn's Dream did not give us this card.
This is ridiculous.
It is.
Can I roll an insight on how she looks of, like, the mention of dragons and the idea of dragons being in her home?
Need I remind you of my, like, 19
Yeah, you can.
insight passive?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't seem alarmed by it.
Oh my god.
She seems 100% chill with it.
Sorry, lies.
Zero fear.
Yes, of course.
We wish to work with you in exchange that you sponsor us. That's all we want.
What kind of work? You seem to be just trying to deny things and then asking for a sponsorship with no details. I don't even know who you are.
No, we have business instilled for us. This is our own.
Yes.
And so we have laid upon the table what we desire. What do you desire, lady?
We could prove beneficial to you as a asset.
It's like, what the fuck?
Pretty people.
You had to make that sound as creepy as possible, didn't you, Beck?
Please.
I didn't mean to roll an accident.
I don't know what the
Hide under your bed so other people can't.
Please, dude. Do not mind poor.
Well, getting a sponsorship done would be a lot of work on my end. I need to think of something appropriate.
competitors.
I don't have any competitors.
Would you like some time to think about this? We can
Yes.
come back later if you'd like.
I suppose.
Oh.
Got him.
I think you wish to say, Palo.
I was just wondering if perhaps she or someone else here could tell us in more depth about some pieces that we viewed while at the museum.
Ah, yes.
Particularly a really lovely looking little... What do you call them again? Snow globe?
Ball with the things in it.
Rex just looks at you like, what are you doing?
Dragon skull? I mean, that was nice and little, and then the big skull that was just intimidating.
Tragically, the snow globe was stolen. One of my friends asked me to look after it.
A friend of yours?
Yes.
Why would they put it in a museum?
Who would steal a snow globe?
Seems rather silly.
No. He decided
Was
to
it bizarre?
donate it to my collection. He told me to take care of it. I feel rather saddened now that I have to tell him it's missing.
That sounds like a job. Perhaps we could be the messenger for that.
Or attempt to retrieve it?
That's true.
How would you even begin to retrieve it? It appears that like maybe a large bear stole it. Considering the footprints don't belong to a dragon.
A bear stole a snow globe.
Well, we
I
have.
don't know either.
As unlikely as that may be, I'm sure it won't be hard to track down
It was
a bear
very
in the surrounding
exciting.
forest. It can be done.
We do have our various skills.
You are certainly a strange bunch. You don't even have family names.
Ask. Is Asherton your family name?
Yes?
And what's your first name?
That is impolite to ask.
This might be impolite for you to ask our family names. But we are in your home.
I do have a title if you wish to hear that. I am Cork the Ineffable.
Because nobody wants to F that.
That's not what that means, you unfortunate swine.
I like that one.
I was never given a family name.
I suggest you... Talis, I suggest you Google Ineffable on your phone that you have.
Let me pull out my
Oh, I
my
like
human
mice.
phone.
Of course, I'm fairly sure you could tell that not many would want me in their family or known for it.
Oh, poor folks. You
Too
really
great
get
or
brothers
extreme to be
once.
expressed or described in words,
And you
or not
assisted.
to be uttered.
Yes, ineffable, unable to be described in words.
Or should not be spoken.
Yes, should not be described.
Neither either.
You all certainly are acting very strange.
Eh?
That's quite normal for us.
We are strange individuals.
Well, I suppose if you did want the sponsorship, I guess finding the snow globe would be a good start.
Alright.
I can't really grant sponsorship off that alone, but it at least proves that you're capable.
Is there anything else we can do to earn your trust, or at least earn that sponsorship?
Well, I'd at least like to see that you're capable of something you've said you could do.
Well, yes, the snow globe can be a start, and we will be back with either the snow globe or evidence of what happened to it.
Yes.
Yes, that would be great.
Very well. We will return and speak with you once it is done.
Have to search out bear dens or even owlbears.
Let's just start with the crime scene.
Yes.
Be careful with the maroon bears this time of year.
Would you mind if we looked around the museum and asked Seymour a few questions?
No, not at all. That's fine. He made such a mess with his dumb story.
Some information might help. Who did you say gave this to you?
Oh, just an old friend of mine. We have tea quite often in Stillfall when I visit.
The people who stole this could have been doing it intentionally, knowing that they created it.
Yes, the thing is, depending on what the snow globe is, will affect who would want it.
Oh, Temporis makes all kinds of snow globes for people.
Temporis.
Why does that name sound familiar?
He puts his name on all of his work.
How good is my passive deception? I feel like
Deception?
I feel like anyone could read my face that I'm like, why the fuck would you say that?
Say what?
Like,
What
That's why she's acting kind of fucking weird, because you guys are acting really fucking dodgy.
We've done nothing but
What's your
act.
deception modifier?
Negative
I
one.
mean,
3.
I absolutely would have been down to tell her the truth because it would have been funny, but
Yeah, I was getting frustrated. I was just going to turn into a dragon, but look, help us.
Let's be diplomatic first, and then
let's be diplomos.
If you
diplomas.
Diplomas.
describe it for me, I might actually be able to just teleport it to myself.
That is a strange ability.
Oh, yes. Summoning
Well, I'm
objects.
quite magical, you see.
Oh, okay, well, it was a small wooden base with a nice outer steel ring. It had his initials engraved into the bottom, along with a short phrase. The globe itself depicted a nice snowy landscape of the town. And it was constantly snowing inside.
Alright, Iris, do you think you can pull your magic with that description?
I should be able to honey a few things from my bag, though.
I'll need this enchanted branch, this gold coin, and this snow globe.
And boom, it's your snow globe. Ta-da!
Okay, I'm gonna try and position myself between her and Iris's bag to give him cover.
Yeah, I'll like turn around to reach into my bag and like pull it out
Yeah,
and like put it in my like clothing.
I'll lean over the bag and make a fuss about it.
Is it in your bag?
Like I said, I need some spell components.
I am like face in palm.
Look, I didn't want to give this up, but you guys were like, "Hey, what about the snow globe?"
Oh, I'm not using
Why
it for
didn't you bring
anything.
it up? I'm using it for things.
So,
Using it
Yes,
for
I
what?
am.
You're 100% lying.
Well, you see, I'm a cleric. I can bring things back to life. There's a giant white dragon in this snow globe.
and why haven't you done it then?
Because I'm level 3.
Yeah, well,
That's on level 3!
then we're not using it. We'll come back and get it when you're level 17 or whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna, like, do you want a sleight of hand check or something?
I'm gonna be honest. You can try.
So I'm going to, like,
I'm giving it an advantage.
hide
right?
this,
I'm helping.
and I'm gonna cast, like, Cure Wounds or some shit. My hands are gonna glow, like, really bright white, and then all of a sudden it's gonna appear in my hands.
This is incredible.
And
I'll have you- this is-
no,
Hey, I'm giving you advantage. I'm helping.
how?
Because I'm like in front. I'm obscuring vision between you and her.
This is
DM?
Honestly, at this rate, one of us is better off just turning into a fucking dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you want me to roll with advantage, Nick?
I guess, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it's
come
not
on.
really gonna help.
Hooray!
I mean, you've succeeded in obscuring her view of what you're doing. You aren't making it any more convincing.
Talk shall feign excitement. Wow, a snow globe! Is this the one?
Would you look at that? We did it!
Oh, good. I can sit down in my chair. And look at the snow globe.
Oh, fuck.
Now, I'm gonna be frank with you.
Mm.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
I'm going to, like, stand up and, 1, slap Cork. 2, walk around here and just say, I apologize for my friends.
I didn't do anything.
But the truth is, we do need your help. And regardless, we'd like you to help us. And so we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to turn back into a dragon, fuck it. Because I'm sick of this.
Oh, I don't like our elaborate.
Your elaborate failing ruse?
Yes!
We did everything
It's
correctly. What do you want
funny.
from us? It was perfect. She just doesn't appreciate magic.
Yeah, the elf doesn't
Quite frankly, we don't know where we are, what's happening, or how long we've been in that globe. But we want your help to figure some things out, and in return we could be very beneficial allies.
Her eyes like light up. Are you real?
You may touch me. Touch
totally
me.
blow the belts.
I like
Only
extend,
above the
I
neck.
extend like a wing so she can touch.
Oh, you aren't an illusion.
No.
Oh, Sin will be so happy. A real dragon.
Who?
Oh, my son.
Ah.
Well, now I feel like we're just being ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a secret.
Is it?
That
How many of you are there?
at least one.
The details of that are unimportant. What is important is we need your help.
We have redacted dragons.
We would like to speak with your friend that you mentioned earlier, Temporus. As I say this, I'm putting the snow globe back into my pocket.
They may have information as to how we came to be here.
Or at least within that globe.
Well, if If you were in the globe, he probably put you in there.
If that's the case, we want to know
Why?
how and why.
Well,
Oh my god, was he trying to stop the dragons from going extinct by saving us? I mean,
guess I have to go start the paperwork process.
By the way, you can tell Seymour the beer was delicious.
That means that all of you were the ones that tormented poor Seymour, isn't it?
Yes, that would be it.
Well,
Alright.
Where are you? Just hatched.
I
That was
did.
Unfortunate.
I did somewhat compensate him for his troubles.
Go over and slap Talus back. Fuck.
A man slapping a dragon.
Look.
That's a sight.
Cork, we found the snow globe. A miracle. I extend my wings out as I say, a miracle.
God damn.
Well, regardless, I can start the process if you really want to talk to him, but
We would appreciate that.
it would take a while, even with my pull.
That is fine. We only
Sure, that's many of you.
Did you not invite your friend over?
I suppose that is also an option. I didn't think of that.
Might be easier than getting 5 people into a lockdown town.
It would be, I reckon. But we only request that you keep this to yourself.
Please.
We don't know
Oh,
who
yeah.
our enemies are and who our allies are in this world.
Yeah, that is fine.
Actually, do you mind if I close these doors? Thanks.
The guard is peering in and looking.
I look back at him as I slowly close the doors in his face.
It's like, I'm not paid enough. I'm not paid enough. I am not paid enough.
And they close.
Okay. So, I guess I can try to contact him. It'll be a while before he gets here. He's a real shut-in these days.
That's alright. We can keep ourselves occupied with other things in time.
Yes.
So you were born how long ago?
Roughly a week inside the snow globe, which was the confusing part.
Yes. It's strange.
How long ago did he give you the globe?
That thing's been on my shelf for years. I don't honestly remember.
Then we've been in there for quite a while.
There was a group of humans in there that said they'd been in there for a long time. And
Oh,
one
wow.
day the town just got enveloped by snow.
Oh well, yeah, that's part of the authenticity that Temporis always put into his globes. It's something he doesn't really tell most people about.
Does he always put entire towns in there as well?
Oh no, those are copies of people. They aren't real people.
Copies of
Certainly felt real.
Well, they are real to an extent.
Seems kind of morally ambiguous.
What about Yaru?
Yaru?
Oh. How do you
She can
feel?
reveal herself if she wishes.
Ah yes, let's show all of our secrets. Okay.
If she wishes.
I get to come out of the necklace? Yeah.
Yeah! Ghost! Like, you're standing right next to a dragon? Not a problem. Ghost? Oh, fuck!
She does reel back very visibly.
Why would a friend make a copy of someone who's already dead?
I don't know. I'm not him. I mean, my only guess would be that while he was making it, some poor lost soul got sucked in alongside all the copies he was making.
Seems like a possibility.
So hopefully you're not a copy, or
She seems pretty real.
She might as well be.
I'm gonna count her as real.
Of course.
Well, at least if I am a copy, I'm still me.
Best copy.
Still helped us when we most needed it, so still important.
Regardless. Did you leave the people alone?
we actually helped them, to be honest.
Well, that's good.
Didn't cause any trouble for them.
I always felt kind of bad that he did that, but...
Oh, they lead a horrible life.
Uh,
It sucks in there.
Lots of
he
undead.
crafts, as he calls it, authentic landscapes. He sells a little magnifying glass you can use to watch societies.
Oh.
That's kind of fucked up.
But if he does that, why would he give this one to you?
I don't know. He'd never given me one before. I always found them distasteful.
Safekeeping.
Well, now that this is evident, probably.
Right. So it is of utmost importance that we contact him.
I will, try to send a messenger.
Thanks.
I don't know what else I can do for you. You can stay for lunch if you want.
That might be nice. Talis, are you able to revert? If you're not, this is going to be very difficult.
I can revert,
Good.
and I will turn back into my human form.
You did make a good point earlier, Madam Washington. We should probably come up with some family names.
I don't need a family name.
Okay.
Alright, think name generator.
That depends.
Like,
We all be sharing the same family name.
No. Just because we were near each other when we were born doesn't mean we're necessarily related.
By the way,
We do not look
how are
alike.
you all transforming? I know a decent amount about dragon ecology. None of you should be able to do that yet.
Ah, yes. The third secret. Shall we tell?
No.
Good.
Learn
A few
skills.
things silent. For our safety, of course.
Let's just say we are using magic to change our forms.
obviously.
No, we're actually like molding clay around our bodies at really high speeds.
That's pretty impressive.
Payload shapeshifters exist. That is a thing. And we are not that.
No,
We ate
So
them.
much.
obviously.
Shape-shifting dragons.
We're sorry, but we have to keep a few secrets.
For our own safety.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, yeah. I was going to ask a favor of you, but I don't really know if I want my son running around with you.
You probably don't.
Well, we won't tease him. Most of us, at least.
I'm not worried about what he'll do to you.
Oh,
Mm.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, you see, we're vacationing up here because he wanted a break from the, Elven City, Draenor Wood can be rather stifling for somebody of his stature. But anyways, yeah, I will go arrange for lunch to be delivered early. I will clear out the dining room so that you can have a nice lunch.
Tomorrow, the guards are all going to come in and stab us to death.
It's the same.
Red wedding.
Red wedding.
Shall we figure out first names and last names?
We have names.
No, aliases.
Lord of Antiquity.
Family name.
When we walked in and you said my real name, I was actually really annoyed at that.
Yeah.
Well, I had nothing else to call you.
And mentioning the fact that we stole something from her almost straight away, not sure if that was helpful. But we seem to be in good terms so far.
You,
Didn't
Talis,
seem like it was
are lucky this worked out. That was a lot of risks, all in a row.
Where's Bolo going?
Oh shit, boy.
Oh shit, bother.
Where do you think he went?
It's already sitting
the
down.
food.
It's just rolling along the length of the table all over the food.
Happy and say, maybe wear copies too.
Maybe everybody's a copy and the only real life is inside the globe.
Everyone else is a copy. Where?
Snow globe theory.
Snow globe.
We're in another dimension of another dimension.
You think the world is real? We're actually in a
Snow flat. The snow globe is a flat theory.
Well, actually, the world in there is flat, so
Yeah.
Flat snow globe theory.
Eventually you'll hit a fucking wall.
yeah. It's true.
Snow hemisphere theory.
And I think it was a risk worth taking.
You might want to keep hiding your
Oh yeah.
Yeah, alright.
the odds might not be that trustable.
I don't intend to give away our secret to everyone, but this was a risk worth taking when we have nothing. At least we know we have potentially an ally.
She'll make eye contact with Seema while going back into the necklace.
Just fades in.
Should we maybe apologize to Seymour?
Why would I do that?
Good luck getting Borvo to do that. Or any of us. I gave him money, that was good enough apology.
They like that stuff as much as we do. No, I prefer these kinds of things.
And I like hold up the old topaz brooch that I found.
I like to think that we paid him with the gift of our presence.
The knowledge that we exist.
Exactly.
Oh, I did make servant images. Oh my god, those things are awesome. I forgot how great that image was.
Mhm.
Oh, just the servant images that I have.
Ah.
Oh my god. Toga.
Trying to get
Toga.
It isn't going to reveal. There we go. It took a lot of tries.
You could, why do Putin meme them so hard?
And they still fit through the door.
You see this bouncer at your door, what do?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he's so wide.
Yeah, can I get a whole pig? Thanks.
He lays on the table.
Finally, a good fucking meal.
They walk in and they start taking your orders.
Yeah, I'm not.
What would you like to eat? And Borvo just says yes.
Meat and beer.
Okay. And for you?
Steak and chips.
Oh my fuck.
What is a chip?
Potato chip.
Chicken and rice.
Chips.
Chicken
oh, no,
and rice.
oh, you know, you chicken and rice now. You know, you
Chicken and rice, got it.
you now.
Steak and patat, man. Steak and patat.
Yes, you can cut up a potato and then you boil or fry it in oil. And then you bake it.
I can try. And for you.
Totally fucks up a perfectly good potato.
Yeah, when you describe it, it really sounds like you're just wasting a potato.
Google how to make chip.
I've made French fries myself. It's so easy.
This is
Dice
like
and fry.
Forward cooking. Yeah, you dice, then you fry it. There's literally.
Oh,
no
it's
other
just
step.
that. Yeah, that's basically what I said.
Did you not know how to make chips?
No, he's
I mean,
always
I
eating chicken and
I
rice.
can make packet chips.
He's Bradimir in real life. He can't do anything except chicken and rice.
I can make chicken and rice. Okay.
Occasionally chicken and egg.
What in the fuck did I just do? That was weird.
Ah.
By the way, if you cook it in bacon fat, it comes out fucking banging.
Bacon fat.
Yeah.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, you American?
Hey, just giving you a suggestion, bro. It's your own fault if you miss out on the deliciousness.
Oh, I'm sure it's delicious, but I would never have guessed bacon fat.
Yeah, you ever make hash browns in the morning? Fucking
No.
scrumptious.
How to
Thank
make
you.
hash brown.
Shred a potato.
That
The
makes
servants will leave
Shred a potato, throw some onions in that bitch.
after getting all of your orders during your potato orgy.
Yeah.
Yes, me
Potatoes are
too.
great.
Cork and Borbo are discussing the matters and semantics of cooking potatoes as hash browns or fucking potato pancakes.
Potatoes are best vegetable. Yes.
It's the only two brute that I will eat.
Yeah, you double the harvest every time. They're amazing.
Anyways, I'm going to go invite my son.
Right.
Alright then.
I wonder if she was telling the truth.
About what?
Getting her son.
Well, if not, then I'm the perfect one at the
Could she
door.
possibly mean otherwise?
My son could be the entire gun.
How's your insight?
Window.
Probably not great.
Isn't it 19?
No, I was wrong. That's my investigation.
Oh, what's your insight then?
Like, fucking 11.
2.
Insight
It's
is...
my
No,
insight.
it's just 10.
Poisons
Oh,
everyone.
no.
Turns out there's a green dragon here, so that doesn't even work.
Oh, it's wisdom. Who's the wisdom boy in here? Reese. He's away. Fuck.
Well, while Reese is buffering, he leaves and comes back a few minutes later with a smaller elf.
Oh shit, she's just telling the truth.
That's
Damn
just creepy.
Let me zoom in on that boy.
Him and Borvo will get along swimmingly.
Oh, he's cute.
He's gonna kill us with that sword.
Yeah.
Quick, get him.
Yeah, he comes in wearing armor.
Does he?
Yes.
Oh,
Interesting.
how about her?
A valiant knight.
Hi.
Hello, Sir Knight.
You
just stabbed Cork in
the back.
Now, Sin, please don't comment on their appearance. Go sit next to the nice lady over there.
I mean, some of us may look strange. Looks at Borvo.
He's honest, I like him.
Isn't he just?
When he opens his eyes and looks at you, they're piercing golden, and they seem to
Ooh.
look straight through you.
Oh no.
Hell yeah!
I don't know what that means.
I got distracted again. What happened?
He knows.
He's a fucking ASMR, dude.
Oh, he's an Asima.
Oh fuck.
Mother, why do they have scales?
I really like this one.
I'm just gonna close this door.
You can see us.
Yes, he is gifted. He inherited the powers from me. It's a bloodline thing.
It's impressive.
Could you see us this whole time?
No. I passed the power on to him.
Ah, blood lineage.
I see. Well, that's
Special guy.
that sure is something.
Can you keep our secret?
Are you uncomfortable,
Don't
Cork?
worry. I'm fine with it. If Mom's okay. Anyways, the servants should be back any minute now.
I like him.
I actually love the image because it's like some really like gothic, like just really weird personal portrait image.
I like it. Yeah.
It's really good.
It's very unsettling to look at.
Yeah, the hair gives off the kind of creepy doll vibe, but
Yeah.
not.
What is that curly thing to the right?
In the image, it's like the eye of like some weird goose thing. You can ignore that. It's not a weapon. or
Oh, not a
anything.
goose.
Some weird goose? What?
No, it's his arm. It's his weird curly arm.
Why does it do that?
Why is his arm curly, Nick? Why is it curly?
Because since the Earth is flat, the centrifugal force of the flat Earth with the sun circling around it causes a contortion in certain elven arms, which gives them a 720-degree corkscrew design, enabling longer reaching to allow them to escape the flat Earth atmosphere.
I would have given a much simpler answer, which is he just ate too many curly fries when he was like a baby.
He likes them twisty Cheetos.
It's like the one punch crab. Wait,
servants
too
may
much
be
crab
making-
and became crab man.
Crab legs.
The servants come back and begin laying out what you ordered. The French fries are. Let me roll a cooking skill and see how well they managed to do French fries the first time.
Really bad, really bad, really bad.
Ooh!
Not bad. They did a pretty good job. Like,
So
They did them in wedges.
yeah.
they've got no like seasoning on them though. They're just potato, no salt, no.
That's true. They followed
Yeah,
your
you didn't
recipe
ask.
exactly.
I forgot to.
Yeah, you didn't ask for seasonings. You asked for like fried potato slices.
I told you bacon fat.
I guess.
That's flavor on the top.
Cork watches how Borvo eats in human form.
Yeah, you know what? This is a very curious thing. I've
Yeah.
also got to see this. We're all this
little,
staring at Corvo.
little did anyone ever fucking realize, because they never looked at his face. He's got still the fucking equivalent canines and teeth of a dragon, because he never fucking seen a human smile.
Oh no.
Oh,
What a
Jesus
teeth you
Christ.
have!
I feel like a lot more people should have been freaked out when they saw you talk.
The better to eat you up.
That's even better, because he still has the silver claw.
I don't think any of us have eaten as humans before.
No, we've seen them open their mouths.
Oh my god, I'm getting fucking cold again. Fuck me, I'll be right back.
Freeze to death, warm. Freeze to death, warm. Freeze to death, warm. Welcome to Australia.
Alright, Cork is gonna start eating and he's gonna hold the cutlery like they're weapons.
What
Give him,
kind?
like full grip on the handles.
What kind of meat did they bring out? I'm curious.
They brought out more pork. Beast is a big thing in this region.
Hell yeah.
I am just
And they
gonna.
also brought out some chicken since you just asked for meat, so they gave you a little bit of variety.
I'm going to just grab a fucking hunk with one hand and just start tearing it. It's even better because I'll hold the other glass with the silver claw.
Hmm.
You guys eat weird.
I've not really done this before.
Is it strange?
You hold the fork like this.
Oh.
Stab down into the meat, hold up the face, and just start taking bites.
But then you've got less grip strength in the stabbing.
Why do you need grip strength? You're eating.
I'll watch how they eat for a moment, and instead of picking up the knife, I will cut it with the silver claw.
I suppose the food we usually eat is still attached to bones and whatever.
Oh, like ribs?
Yeah.
Yes, ribs are delicious.
I like ribs.
Yes, yes.
See? Common tastes.
Two servants will finish laying out all the food and then they will bow and leave.
This is all very tasty.
It is all cooked to a slightly above average expectation.
Well, alright.
Which is even better than what Seymour gave us.
Yeah, it is much better than Seymour's cooking. Go into the void, Seymour.
Dragons!
He's gonna come back with a battle axe.
Borvo turns around. Oh god, not you.
So I don't know when I'd expect to hear from Temporus. You start headed out here.
I would imagine they can't fly here or something.
Hmm. Hello?
Big death.
So, yeah, you cut out.
Uh,
You were like, ah. And I was like, so my thing break? We all put out our own shit break because it always does.
I was waiting to see my ping spike again.
So what did you say, Nick?
I was just saying, she was just talking about how it'd probably take a few weeks for Temporus to even begin heading out here.
Oh boy, weeks.
It
Meantime,
gives us time to learn more things.
maybe
Yes.
you guys can teach us how to be people.
I would love the opportunity to learn how to be people. That sounds amazing.
We could try.
At least so we don't seem as weird as we did before we yeah,
Heh.
before. Huh.
Well, you've been forced to grow up a lot faster than I would say most are. You seem to be picking up well enough, although you still do seem to be trying to kill what's already dead on your plate.
But it's fun though.
Normally it's still moving.
Like I said, you've been forced to grow up faster than most.
Did you want to know anything? You were only born about a week ago.
Yes, tell us all the things.
Can you tell us why we're extinct? Why that war began?
Well, the simple reason is that the dwarves are greedy. And the much longer answer comes in the form of the fact that your species didn't want to roll over and give up.
That is true.
Who would?
Not very many. It's just an observation.
The dwarves were greedy, but they were greedy. That they were gravy.
Ah,
Did
gravy.
they want our hordes of peas and corn, or?
Well, long ago, the elves and the dragons, we lived together, and we served as advisors to them. I got a bit of salad in my mouth. And in return, they paid us rather handsomely. It was only a section of the arrangement, but it allowed both of our societies to flourish, as we had the protection of the dragons and they had our decades of wisdom and carefully curated knowledge. But of course, the dwarves never met a gold pile they didn't want to shag, so...
Jesus Christ.
They were rather jealous of the wealth. And they came demanding their own share, but the dragons didn't want any bit of it.
How long does a dwarf live?
200-ish years.
Would you say most of those generation would be flushed out by now?
Well, it's unlikely that many of them actually saw a live dragon. Even the oldest ones probably would have only seen the tail end of the war.
So the war was fairly recent.
It came to its conclusion 150-ish years ago. The dragons more or less surrendered because there wasn't very many left.
But if they surrendered, why do they seem to be extinct?
Well, it doesn't mean they stopped killing them. Surrendered in a sense they couldn't put up any more of a fight.
Gave up.
Waiting a while to wake up.
Possibly.
Definitely
The
so.
last dragon I met. I only ever saw one dragon recently, and that was about 118 years ago. No. Yeah. They were nice enough. We had tea, and then they left into the sunset. Never saw them again.
Did they have a name? Let me consult my generator.
I think I just caught it. Okiakavir.
Putting that in the book of people. Nice.
Oh, you can do it. I can't spell that. I can't even say that.
Me neither.
Do you want me to put it in there?
Please.
That would be epic. Please.
Ex-Lord Galface.
Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
That is an authentic name, by the way.
I got the VIR right. But no. They happen to be of the white variety.
No. Does the color matter to you?
Well, the only other dragon we've seen was white and dead.
Where did you see a dead one? I'm impressed at his dedication to put a whole dead dragon in there.
Yes, now I'd like to know if it was real or just fabricated. For scenery.
Well, like I said, he put copies of lots of living creatures in his gloves.
Then it would be wherever this town was copied.
Maybe it lies under the ice in this world instead.
It could very well be anywhere. Yes?
Nothing, I'm just doing a hum.
I see.
I take it that none of you are friends of the dwarves, then?
Oh, no. Saying that we're on speaking terms would be a grave overstatement.
And that is good, then.
These are human and dwarven lands. This is just a vacation home.
Right. Then is it safe to assume that we may find many allies among the elves?
Possibly. We lost a lot of our number in the war. I don't really know how many of them would want to do it again, as one would say, but they definitely wouldn't wish you any ill will.
So it might be safer spots to hide.
Possibly. Do you live here now? Like, in this region?
I've got a hideout.
A place where we lay to rest, yes. For now.
Well, it's good that you managed to find a place to live. Well, I'm sure you have other important business to get back to.
There are some things we have to do, but it was mostly this, actually.
Mostly this.
Well, getting sponsorship.
Ah. Yeah, I see.
Figuring out why we are in the globe and where is more ideal to go.
And honestly, if there's still more of us out there,
Yes, the current objective is survive. Its second objective is finding more of us if they exist.
Well,
I could hazard a guess as to where they'd be if they aren't hiding out amongst other peoples like you're doing. Well, the far eastern edge of the world, one of the last battlefields. It is one of the most inhospitable places in this world, but nobody would trek there for this very reason.
Sounds like a plan.
You think a dragon could be hiding out?
Well, sure, if you could fly. It's probably a lot easier to go around out there.
Indeed.
It'd probably take some time to get out there.
Yeah, I'd recommend being careful if you did decide to go out there. It's, not the best place.
Super awful, yes.
Wouldn't happen to be the Harbinger's desert.
How did you know?
We've done some little research. It's one of the only books that had anything to do with dragons that seemed actually accurate.
The bombs that the dwarves made were rather overzealous in their application. The flow of time there is wrong.
Interesting.
It goes in every which way and it pulls in both directions at once.
That is something else.
Sounds painful to someone short-lived.
But when you're trying to kill a dragon that's bigger than a house, you kind of need to try really hard.
I suppose.
Would you possibly have a map to this location?
Why would I keep maps to such a place?
Just a curiosity.
That a red Girl. I can ask Temporis if he can get one before he leaves. Stillfall has lots of things like that.
That's good to know.
Well, if it is urgent, I suppose I could spare some resources and get Temporis here a bit faster.
We'd appreciate anything you could do.
Come back in a few days.
We also still have the card that you can alert us with.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
If you have any news, feel free to call us on that. And we'll come as soon as possible.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, chuck us some good gold.
Raid.
Shadow Legends.
Well, I guess we best believin'.
Alright, now that Reese has started eating, it's time to go.
Yep. And you can't take the plate with you.
Yeah, that's rude.
Watch me.
At the same time, Maurice is watching Borvo the whole time, and he's immune to poison. So as soon as he starts hitting each fuck!
It's not poison, it's magically ruined vegetables. You lose.
No!
The vegetables, the little runes carved
Some-
into the...
He's a master artisanal cook to be able to craft ruined vegetables.
Jesus Christ. You gotta respect it.
You didn't inspect your food before you ate it for runes.
Tiberian Redrick.
Yes,
Time
Nice.
to Google that name.
I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
Tiberian my dick. Try burying my dick.
God damn.
Alright.
And we should try to figure out what else we're going to do in the meantime. I could scout out those dwarves near us,
I think you mean Purge.
and then scouting will mean that we know the best way to purge.
Ah, yes. Are we done here?
I'm satisfied.
I've seen enough.
I've seen enough.
I like the youngling.
I do as well. Very straightforward. Aside from that, we can also collect a few things we need. Help protect our home better.
You need to go and get that club thing, don't you?
I do.
Still another day on that.
Probably another day.
By the way, can I have back the other parts of my museum?
Borvo. They have shown us great hospitality and the potential alliance. You should at least give them their things back as thank you. We can get you more things, especially from the dwarves, which will be far more satisfying.
He's right, you know.
Alright, fine.
I will take out the fancy. Let's see, what is this?
I'm waiting for like 30 items to pop out of your bag.
I can't give back the antique mace because that's actually with the troll.
Well,
I was not supposed to say various antiques.
Arius. What does that mean?
Arius.
What does Arius mean?
They're very aerated.
Did you get the letter opener from inside of the snow globe?
I don't know.
I'm 90% sure I gave that to you inside the snow globe.
Alright. I'll redact it. But yeah, I cut off the V by mistake.
You're just dumping that on the dinner table.
Pretty much.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll have to get Seymour to clean that off.
Tell him I said hello.
Poor soul. thank you for returning my things. I will contact you when we can get Temporis to show up.
Greatly appreciated.
It will work well.
Meantime, have some dwarves to see to.
Visitate.
Well, don't feel like you can go too hard on them. The dwarves are awful creatures most of the time.
We'll keep it reasonable.
Why are his hands so big?
What the fuck?
He's wearing gauntlets.
Huge hands. Massive hands.
Beat your ass hands.
Beach ball grabbing hands.
Ooh, good nomenclature. She will get up and excuse you from the table. And so will Sen.
You just come in and see that everything that was stolen from the museum is back except for the maze. Obviously not the snow globe.
Yeah, she isn't asking for the snow globe back.
We did it. With one calculated risk. We did it.
That was not calculated at all.
Dude,
Totally what?
the risk I took was calculated. But damn am I bad at math.
So,
Dragon spotted.
I got very lucky with that one.
son of a bitch.
But it worked out very well in our favor.
I'm very mad at you.
That's fine. I'm proud of me. And that's all that matters.
Grr.
Grr.
Before we take our leave, I'll go over to her son. Yeah,
Because I like your honesty.
and I will take out the topaz brooch that I have and give it to him.
That you also stole.
No, I killed for that.
I killed for that. No,
Oh,
he stole their life for that.
Nobody's ever given me jewelry before.
I figured you'd enjoy that. It seems to match closely with your eyes.
It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet all of you too.
Seymour?
Chalmers.
Good day.
Seymour, beer.
I look past Seymour. By gods, what's happening in there?
Oh, isometric exercise. Stretching my calves on the windowsill.
But that's a wall.
Upstate New York.
Good day.
Good day. Good day.
Seymour, do you get to the Cloud District much? Ah, who am I kidding? Of course you don't. And I leave.
He's still eating.
I'm making him
He's
move.
fucking dead.
I was kind of hanging back to make sure he wasn't going to be a snarky piece of shit.
I was just gonna stand up and finish my drink in one go and then walk out.
Snarky piece of shit.
Right? How dare.
Should have chugged like a champ.
Mika. Ozir. Ozir?
Mika or Micah?
Mika.
Ha!
Mika.
Brawn fishman.
Fishman. Fishman.
Nice. Because it's the total opposite. Because he a dragon. God.
I'm gonna walk up to one of these rock boys and just be like, see you next time.
What are you doing with the rock boys?
Just like walking up really close to it.
Sentry mode activated.
It turns, it responds to you getting close and just turns towards you, but it doesn't like raise its weapon or anything, which are its supposed.
It's like, do like a small, like 15-degree bow and be like, see you next time.
Gesture recognized, and it'll bow back.
Oh,
Oh,
Fancy.
yeah, Cthulhu Cthulhu.
And so the edgy anime crew leaves.
Boy band.
I love that I give Tollus the stern and bitchy talking to.
I will use my passive insight to shut my ears off.
That's not what that does.
Ooh. Well, I mean, you can use cunning action to do it.
Oh, I do. I use my cunning action to focus on something entirely different.
Use it to disengage from the conversation.
Here.
Where would you like to go?
Home.
Hunting.
Oh, okay.
Hunting works.
Let's look around for that bear that stole the snow globe.
Yeah. The bear.
The bear.
The bear.
I wouldn't mind.
We're hunting drop bears.
My
Hunting
game,
beard
always look
bears.
for bears.
Hunting beard bears, also known as dwarves.
I
Beard
was gonna say,
bear.
I wouldn't mind leveling a town or two.
I mean, that might draw some attention.
Yeah, maybe something smaller than that for now. I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe
we are
just a
maybe.
lone house. Maybe
Alright, a
just
city
farm.
it is.
Wait,
Just
No.
not a lone farmer's house. How's that?
no city. Okay, fine, a
Actually,
capital.
no. That's a good idea. A
An
farm's
entire
house.
country.
God, we
And
can
then
steal
we
so
can take
many
the fucking
cows.
livestock.
I can steal a cow.
One
Oh,
whole
it's like
tectonic
dwarf
plate.
I will tell you right now, the session is over if you decide to start attacking a dwarven city or town, because I haven't prepared that. So.
Oh, no.
No.
I think the idea is maybe go after a dwarven farm and steal their livestock and then burn their house to the ground. Yeah, we call that. Good idea,
You're gonna be
plan.
hard pressed to find a dwarven farm.
It's just
I think most
any-
of them are just
any
miners.
any farm.
It's okay.
Can't believe you'd hire a miner.
Can we narrow our search to farm with cow?
Farm with cow.
Okay. Somebody can roll a perception with advantage, or all of you can roll separately.
Perception with advantage.
I vote a Reese, probably.
I
Probably also vote a Reese. My perception is only 2, but I've got observant. That's why my passive is so high.
I've got
Ah,
plus
I have a 4.
Yeah.
Mine's
Great.
4 as well. I'm not proficient.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
I will assist the Palo.
Pretty sure.
High wisdom, but I'm not proficient.
You can do it, Palo. Find us cow.
I find a goat.
Oh,
You find exactly what you
Well, as you take off, you begin surveilling the countryside. You notice, like, just behind a hill, there is a farmer who seems to own a large amount of cows and other livestock.
do we need to burn it down? Can we just steal a cow?
Oh, we're just stealing cows.
Steal a
We
cow.
wanna pick one up, right?
I think so.
I think I might be able to.
Cows weigh like a ton.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you can pick
A
up a cow.
literal ton.
We're medium creatures, and I only have 11 strength. I only trust that Borvo could
I
lift a
think
cow.
Borvo can lift a
Yeah,
cow, and the
really.
rest of us are stuck to goats or something.
I could stab the cow real fucking good,
We
but
could
that's
take-
Average cow weighs between 650 and 900 kilograms.
Holy shit! Yeah, okay, so Borvo can do it. We can
Well, how about we each take like 4 chickens, if they have chickens.
They got any goats?
Well, with that perception check, you can choose that they either have chickens or goats.
They have.
Goats. We grab a goat each.
But what are we gonna do with goats?
Bring them home.
Eat
Goat
it.
cheese.
Goat. You can eat it and
I don't
milk
have
it.
time
Your
for
choice.
that.
But the kobolds do.
We're gonna run out of goats instantly.
Okay.
Goats.
I love our,
Steal
I
the
love how
fucking
our
goats!
objective until we get summoned back is just get chickens and livestock and food for our children.
Fortifying our...
We could try finding better arms for them. Like actual arms, like limbs, which is better ones.
Yeah. Stronger
So we
arms.
should probably actually get some
Kobold
fucking
arms.
weapons for ourselves. and use
I
them
build
all.
them the Iron Church.
Get swole with Orbo.
Let's get a tome of increased strength stat and have one of the kobolds read it.
Oh god.
Okay, roll to find one of those. It's DC 70.
With our combined abilities, we will probably only roll like 10.
And
Yes.
it's also a disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
5 then.
Because you're trying to find
I'm
a
feeling a
tome in
3.
the wilderness.
Can I look for it in the clouds?
Okay, well, the DC just increased by another 200.
But yeah, let's steal some goats.
Wait a minute, is the cave near like a river or anything like that?
Let me check my map. Are you talking about the home cave?
Yeah, the home cave.
At your speed, it's reasonably close to a cave, like, I mean, to a river, like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not like extremely close, but there is one.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, if there's a river, it might yield fish. And if that's the case, just get the kobolds to go fucking fishing if they need to get food.
Hell
We have
yeah.
to teach them fishing. Do we know fishing?
I know swimming.
We only know our version of fishing.
Yeah.
You know of fishing, you don't know how to fish.
We tell them to go fishing and they just stand in the river and chase fish.
I know fishing like I do. It involves a rod and some bait.
Ah, but what of the more primitive spear fishing? Just fucking stab the fish.
I mean, I don't really consider that fishing. I consider that more just like hunting.
Yeah, I mean, they could
So-
probably do that.
Hunt
I think
fish.
the fishing is defined by the use of the rod. When you use a spear, you're basically just hunting the fish in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, the kobolds are probably at least smart enough to do that part.
Okay. You want to assign some of them to that?
Assign some of them to food duties of getting fish to provide for the rest of the clan.
Okay. Resource management game until Fish shows up.
Okay, are you gonna try to sneak up on stealing the livestock?
Yes.
Might rewind a little bit, or are you just gonna grab it?
Oh, I'm a sneak.
Yeah, we'll make sure no one's actually just watching dragons pick them up. And...
Yeah, because I mean, I was noticing you guys have managed to kill just about every witness to the fact that you guys are dragons. You haven't
They
really left
don't see the point in leaving the farmers alive.
Well, if people find a destroyed farm, that will arouse suspicion. If they see us,
What
it will arouse
if we transform into dwarves? And
Yeah!
What do you mean? What do you mean?
That is beautiful.
and then just start a big fucking race?
I
war?
turn into the dwarf I killed! The fucking champion!
Okay. You turn into Sergeant at Armsky.
I guess we're doing this.
And then I'm gonna stealth up to the goat farm and steal one.
I didn't even get to say like, "Hey, it was just a suggestion," and Borvo went, "Yes," and just ran off.
He's already gone! He's off!
I mean, I was gonna tell you, you don't need to make a check if you've seen the person up close.
Hell yeah.
We saw a lot of dead dwarves.
That's why I got a nat 20. I fucking...
The check is to make your own person.
Oh my god.
I was going to suggest that we sneak in and do this quietly. The dwarf suggestion was just to make people less amicable to helping them in the future, but I guess Borvo's chosen his option.
Okay. The random farmer who is out surveilling his small vegetable farm this time of day is very content with his work.
I pick up the goat and hold its mouth shut and run off. Or at least attempt to, anyway.
Are you going to try to soothe the goat first, or are you just going to pick it up and try to run?
Gonna try and pick it up and just run.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I feel like this is like a strength check kind of a thing.
It kicks you.
Happy to be manhandled.
Against four of it.
Yeah, I know. It's wildly helpless, but... Oh, hey, there's stats for goat. Okay.
The goat has like 30 strength, apparently.
Yeah,
Some
the goat
fucking
has 60 strength.
grappling fucking checks,
Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay, I feel like the goat win.
Somehow.
Somehow, the
says
goat has...
Alright. Despite the fact of your impeccable stealth and the fact that you sneak up on this goat, it is not having any of it. It managed to break free of your grasp and run away.
Little bastard! Going to try and creep up on another one if I'm not spotted by him.
Look, I'm going to try and fucking sneak up as well. I'll turn into a dwarf because he's done it too, and I may as well keep the ruse going. Turn into one of the corpses from the pit.
The hills have dwarfs.
Oh, Dance, maybe just release them, chase them off into the woods, and then we'll pick them off.
I'll try and corral them, just... Alright, give me a moment.
We'll be in the woods, waiting to fly off with the payload.
Stealth.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep his perception check from earlier, so you also managed to sneak past him.
Okay. How many goats are there, and are they just in a pen?
Alright, well, they are in a pen, and that's gonna go roll. Since that, like, roll. Like, there are 6 goats.
There are 6 goats. Okay, I'm gonna... Is there like some wheat or something that they're very probable to eat nearby? Their food, perhaps?
What do goats eat?
Everything. They eat
Anything.
fucking everything.
The goat pen is
Okay,
probably
well.
just a dirt floor.
Okay, well, yeah, there's some hay nearby.
Yeah, I'll grab some of that and try to lure them out into the woods towards my companions.
My god.
Okay.
As opposed to trying to manhandle them, because that didn't go so well. And I am not strong.
Well, so you're trying to use hay to lead them across the field that they can eat, right?
Yeah, it's not really gonna... As long as it leads them out a little bit, and if they're
Well-
calmed by the hay, I can maybe take them.
Well,
Without
when
fuss.
you lead them out of the pen with the hay, they just start eating the grass next to themselves because they don't need to follow anybody.
Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna try to do what I pick up. And try to pick one up carefully and not piss it off.
Okay.
It will definitely beat me.
What is even the right check for this? Are you like
Animal handling, I guess.
Soothe.
No,
Oh,
no, it's angry.
you prodded inside wall.
It is very not happy.
Why are
because
goats so powerful?
Apparently, you picked the wrong house, fool.
Come on, fool! Come on, fool!
Okay. Yeah, well, you might succeed in manhandling it.
Oh
Or
my
is this
god.
goat too powerful as well?
Oh, it's almost too powerful.
Oh boy, okay. You have managed to successfully grapple this goat. It is subdued to the sense that it is now grappled.
Alright, excellent. I'm gonna start moving it out towards my friends. They can fucking take the stupid thing.
Alright, you have performed one goat napping.
Quick, repeat goat napping.
Repeat goat napping. I'd like to sleight of hand the goat, please.
Oh my god!
How are you being outdone by goats, Bob?
This goat's gonna try to attack you for manhandling it.
Oh my god.
Nope.
It's like swinging its horns at you.
Alright, now I'm just gonna try and grab its horns and drag it up.
Oh my god.
The manhandling goats. You came back at a good time.
I'm fucking sick of this. Just grab it by the horns and start dragging the bitch.
Wait,
Okay,
what's
can't
happening?
keep up.
What the fuck?
They're trying to steal the goats. and it's not
Kidnapping
going
goats.
well. I've been beating their strength checks with just a +1.
Oh,
I
no.
managed to outdo Morbo twice.
Don't know how. You just did.
That's magical.
Well, you managed to manhandle the second goat. You now have a second goat in your custody.
Probably should be doing grappling checks on this thing. Oh my
Yeah, I mean, that probably would be easier. You guys are just walking in and trying to brute force it.
Yeah. 'Cause then at least I would be able to use my fucking athletics.
Yeah, do it. Grapple it. No, it wins.
The goat grapples you.
I don't know.
God, with its mouth.
Yeah.
Just
The
starts
goat is
eating.
biting onto your hand.
This is like a series. That's okay. It's holding onto my hand. I'll pull it along.
Okay. It'll follow. You take 4 damage.
I uncanny dodge it.
I mean,
I don't think I can actually. No, I can't at this point.
then you can't uncanny dodge the goat biting your hand. You're willingly subjecting yourself to the damage.
Talus,
We get another goat.
Talus comes back with a fucking goat biting his hand.
Please, take it
Like,
off.
I got one.
I hate these things.
Do you want it dead? Are we keeping them alive?
I don't know the plan with the goats. I just know you wanted them.
Alright, I'll just grab it.
I got my goat.
All right, on 3, you pull and I pull.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. If I could get my hand out of its mouth. It rolls a natural 20. We're still stuck with the goat.
Alright, you guys ready for this?
Oh god.
Oh, thank God.
And then the second goat.
Oh my god.
Destroyed.
What the shit?
Man, Cork let it get away.
If it runs away from me, I'm gonna attack of opportunity.
It's running away.
Okay.
Gonna slap it in human form.
I'm on
Yeah,
human
you're in. Are you in human form or dragon form?
form. Dragon.
Okay, well, unmistakably you managed to beat a goat's 10 AC.
But we
The
can't
goat
beat it
perishes.
+1 strength.
Now it can't beat my strength check because it's dead.
Yeah,
And I pick
you
it up.
flawlessly slaughter it.
Hey, does this farmer have any equipment laying around?
What are you looking for?
Fishing tool.
God damn it. How many goats do we have? We have one dead now.
What is this game? What has it turned into?
Like
Baby dragons trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing and stealing from farms.
Dealing with our shenanigans while we wait because we have to wait for that guy to come. We can't attack anything or do much else, so we're just fucking stealing from a random farmer.
Anyways, you don't see any fishing equipment outside even with your insane perception because he wouldn't store it outside.
Yeah, fair.
If you want to go into his house and look, you might be able to find something, but...
I could probably just waltz into his house if I do another stealth check, yeah?
I mean, yeah.
Take a shit in this
Alright.
pillowcase, man.
Okay. He's gonna roll again to see if he detects you.
Does he detect the dwarf running into his house? No, he doesn't.
Guy.
He's very absorbed.
He is.
He's stricken with sudden blindness.
He's smoking a really good pipe right now.
Alright, I'll just go into his house and look for anything of value, as well as equipment.
Okay, well, he's a pretty wealthy farmer, so like he has some...
He's got goats, man. Yeah, he's wealthy.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has that, and he has a lot of cows. Like, Ain't no small fry. He has like some nice silverware. He has like
Ooh.
high quality like brass candlesticks.
I'm glad Volvo didn't come in here. He'd just be shoving them all in his back.
Are you looking at anything specific or just valuable stuff?
Just value.
So there's not really much in there, and not really much in there. He has a farming scythe by the door.
Ah, yes, excellent.
I mean, he's a fucking farmer. Like, I don't know what he's gonna have.
No, all I could think when you said he's got a farmer, so I'm like, oh, good, I can go stab him. Poor man. No, I'm not going to
Sneak up behind him and shove it through his back.
Look, I'm done with the goat shenanigan. I sneak out and I leave. I'm not getting beaten by another goat. My pride can't handle it.
Are you still looking?
No, I just leave. I'm just going back to the forest. I'm fucking done. I'm done with the shenanigans.
We got about 3 goats here.
And a corpse.
Just gonna see the blood there and think wolves came in and fucking took the sheep.
What
The
the
goats.
fuck?
These look like dwarven prints. These blood spray patterns don't look like wolves. Too accurate for sand people.
There's a werewolf in here!
Yeah. Little do you know, this guy's retired, like police officer.
This
like,
fucking salt spire.
Yeah. Yes, there's a witch about.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the cocking of a flintlock pistol.
And then 12 of them just fucking materialize on his belt.
Salt Spire really is an anime character. He can like fire 12 flintlock pistols and reload them all instantly.
He's a champion among flintlocks.
Shall we just take our bounty of goats back home then?
Fuck yeah.
How
And
many did we
assign
get?
like 3.
Eh,
I think that's including the corpse.
sure.
Yeah, you guys managed to corral 3 of them, and you killed one of them, so you have 2 goats.
He wasn't cooperating.
Stop resisting!
I tase him with my claws. He dies. Whoops. Let's
We
assign
return.
some kobolds to go hunting duties. If they even know how to do that.
Yeah, go spearfish.
Spearfish or kill deer or something.
What is spearfish?
You take a sharp stick and you stab fish. You stand in the water very still for a long period of time and wait for fish. Or you can go kill a deer. Or something similar.
Aris, I assume there's a reason that you are still in human form.
You can see that he is using his human hands to do things that claws would not be good for. Just drawing a giant 10-headed dragon on this wall.
Okay.
In the blood of the goat that
Entire
we have
wall
sacrificed.
wide.
I won't ask. Sure.
Tiamat.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Times 2. The thicker.
It's an Omni-Man.
Omnibat.
No, it's duo, Matt, because it has twice as many hits.
Jeez.
I only have 2 hits.
It should have 5, but it has
It
10.
would be
It's much.
deck. Deck is 10, so decamat?
Dig him up.
Anyway, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Take him out, take him out.
Tiamat.
Sure, some fine meats with gore, I'd say.
Regardless, I'm losing a lot of steam as one fucking mayhem.
Yeah, you could go to bed if you want, buddy, and we could pick up next time and we actually go straight to the museum. Not the museum, the lady, the Madam Ashton.
To be honest, you guys went in such a fucking different direction than I was hoping you would, but, you know.
Oh.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Did you think we would
I mean,
break
it's not
into
your fault.
still wall?
No, not that at all. It
What's it called again?
still fall.
Oh, did I get it right?
Will fall.
Damn it.
Yeah,
You
fall,
called it
not wall.
still wall.
It's not your fault.
I'm really bad with that one word for some reason.
What's wrong with you, man?
My brain,
The cork has actually infected him in real.
my brain dictionary just does not have the word fall in it, so I'm replacing it with other words.
Yeah.
Next time.
I mean, but regardless, I basically just started cutting into the stuff I had prepared for later. So,
Whoops.
all good. Good improv.
Don't worry.
And we accidentally skipped a bunch of stuff, didn't we?
No, not exactly. I can just repurpose.
Always.
Oh, yeah. Besides, we still have to go back to town and get the fucking great club.
When I'm trying to run something very open, I expect you guys to accidentally skip over stuff.
I'm glad it's expected.
Yeah.
I can't hit everything all the time.
Can't wait till we do that to Josh again.
Oh my god. So many maps.
So you guys were meant to go here, but instead you fucking did this!
Well, that was the greatest part too. It's like, oh, you're pirates. Guess what? You're heroes now. What?
No. Okay, so we're all gonna be doing this, and what do you mean you went back to Nutchester? What do you mean you're derailing you son of a bitch?
What do you mean you're flooding the entire vampire castle?
Quickest
I-
level.
I kept debating that vampire chick to tell me about the fucking water. I was like, come on, Josh. I'm trying to, like, does vampires have any other weaknesses? Because I fucking knew it already out of character.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, I'm carrying all this water and it's so perfect. It's like,
You're sitting there holding the dust of dryness in her face going, are you sure there aren't any other? She's just sitting there sweating.
Are you sure about that?
just the dryness is the best item. Like, I don't know why people don't like it more.
Being able to create your own tsunami? Yeah, sure.
Hells yeah.
I was thinking about it earlier, is that it's like a single dust of dryness would probably be better than like any other propulsion system for a gun.
Actually,
The amount of pressure
yeah.
it would explode from shooting a
That's
dust
true.
of dryness out of like a narrow tube. You'd probably just instantly kill people.
You'd probably also get blown back like 100 feet. Instantly.
I mean, yeah, you probably would put it on like an artillery emplacement, not like a handheld weapon.
Yeah.
Put like 8 of those in an artillery emplacement, and you just fucking pull the trigger and just shoot a house at somebody.
This is good.
I can't wait for like someone to come check on the fucking kobold mine, and then they're just gonna make Gore out front with a fine fucking mace. They're like, how the fuck did the troll get close?
The troll's out, and you guys are mad.
It's really well made. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
I reject my humanity, Jojo.
Jojo.
Georgia.
Excuse me, Josh. I'd like to teleport several times to random locations.
Being in the middle of the fucking ocean.
All right, you got it. I still remember when you teleported into the room with Ricky, just waiting for your asses.
Yeah. Just,
Hello there.
shit.
Wait, her sword can paralyze people? Wait, I'm turning into stone? Yes.
Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck.
Wait, teleporting into the room that I was just in that contains sensitive documents?
That I clearly was busting into the desk for. Oh my fucking god.
The Adventures of Brad, never dull.
finest.
We'll go to bed. I'll see you boys later.
Good night, Nick.
Gotcha.
Good
Catch you, man.
night.